Hello, Sylacauga. We're down here at the Sylacauga Parks and Recreation Building, and I got a very special guest. Matter of fact, she's a birthday girl. This is Sherry Gallman Vickers. And Sherry, tell us what the official name of the building here we're in. I call it the Senior Center, but it's a little more than that. And tell us exactly what your title is.
Well, this is the Maxye Veazey, and people who've lived here a long time know who Maxye Veazey was, but it's named after Maxye Veazey. It's the Maxye Veazey Senior Activity Building.
Okay.
And we're a division of the Sylacauga Parks and Recreation, or the J. Craig Smith Community Center. And I am a senior director and also nutrition manager.
You got more than just one title.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about both of them, but right now let's just talk about the Senior Center. How long has the Senior Center actually been in Sylacauga?
Well, the center, this particular building, since 2007, there's always been senior programs. Beth Yates started senior programs way back in the 60s with a group called the Friendship Club. It was a little different than it is now. We still had the Friendship Club. It was a male and female a version of a senior social type club.
Okay.
Now the Friendship Club is a quilting club that meets here every Wednesday, and they would love to have new members to come in and learn about quilting. And this is not, this is the old-fashioned, old-timey, learn this from these ladies. They want to teach it. It's, they hand cut, hand piece, and hand quilt all of their quilts.
Okay. I remember those old days. My grandmother used to take me with her when I was a small child, and we went to the Cotton Bowl, and she would go out there and get all kind of things to go to quilting. But that's great. Now, tell us, you know, we're kind of getting out of the COVID thing, sort of, kind of. I hope so. And it was kind of shut down during COVID.
Well, actually, the activities were shut down. The senior center wasn't open to the public. Of course, they shut everything down. And for seniors, COVID was particularly dangerous. So it was more likely that we would be shut down than others. But now the staff of the senior center, we stayed working the whole time, selling ceramics to trying to keep things going. And also we served meals. The whole COVID, we never stopped serving meals. They would pick them up in the front, but we never stopped serving meals, and the transportation delivered meals during that time as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the Senior Center has actually been right here since when?
2007.
2007. So it's been here a while.
It's been here a while. I was surprised to find out that a lot of people didn't even know we had a senior center. It's not your traditional senior center. A lot of the activities I don't do. The building is called an activity center because we allow people to come in and reserve those rooms to do their own particular group. Like we have
like the quilting
group come, and we also have the Coosa Valley Quilting Guild.
Okay.
And they come from all over Montgomery, Anniston, Birmingham, Childersburg, Sylacauga, all over,
right, to
meet here once a month. It used to be twice a month. COVID kind of slowed them down.
backed it up a little bit.
But yeah, but they're picking back up by meeting once a month. We have the artists come every Tuesday, the Looney Painters. Now they're a private group, but they have their own group. They're not open for people to come join, but
right,
they come meet here on Tuesdays and paint together. We have lots of people that come in. We have a sewing group, the Burley Collins Sewing Center. They're the ones that did the costumes for Lion King for us.
Right.
They meet here. They took a month off after Lion King. It got them. They did it was a really hard job. They did a lot of wonderful costumes.
But those costumes were beautiful.
They were beautiful. They did an excellent job.
Right.
And they'll be coming back this month.
Okay.
To start over, meeting once a month. And they would teach sewing. So if you're interested in someone teaching you sewing, they would be happy to come and teach you about sewing. A lot of these things kids don't know about.
Right. Right.
Well, as a matter of fact, a lot of young adults don't know about it.
Right.
But the sewing and the quilting, and even if you want to come play cards.
Right.
We have a group on Fridays called Gamerama, and they come play cards every Friday. Right now they're into canasta. I think canasta every Friday. But if you're interested in canasta,
Come on down.
Come on down.
You know, it's not the senior center, like you say, there's different activities, but it's also just the camaraderie, you know, meeting each other, talking to each other, from being lonely, you know, the ones that live by themselves and they could come down here and still socialize. That's what I think is the great thing about the senior center. Now, if somebody wants to join the senior center.
Well, it's not really joining. You can, there's certain clubs you might want to join.
Yeah, I didn't say that right, did I?
Yeah, we're open to anybody who wants to come 5 days a week, unless it's a holiday now. We post when we're closed on holidays. But you can come in. We open at 8 o'clock in the morning, and if you want to come and play dominoes, put puzzles together, watch TV, just have a cup of coffee. We have coffee every day.
Every day.
The more people I get coming, then we could like slide some donuts in there.
That's right.
Just don't tell your cardiologist I did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can, you know, they can just come and hang out and talk.
Right.
Now, you know, a lot of times we have a hard time like talking to other people about things because they might not have the same type of background as we do. And so if you're an older senior in the 80s or 90s, there's things that you can talk to another senior who is in their 80s and 90s, and y'all can, you know, compare those stories and reminisce. And that really helps your mind. If you're, you know, we have some seniors who have like early onset of dementia. But it's a proven fact that get away from the TV, because that's a one-dimensional thing, is go out and talk to people, go see things, go touch things, go do some activities, even if you're not good at it. It's okay.
That's okay, yeah.
Just do it.
Right.
Just enjoy it and do it. And we also have something here that I haven't mentioned, is we have an exercise room.
Okay.
Now, it's not huge. We have a treadmill and a recumbent bike.
It's a senior exercise room.
It's perfect. You
Perfect.
know?
That's right.
And you don't have to be like, really, you could be the young 50-year-old and you want to come at lunchtime and walk. Come down.
Right.
You know, come down and walk on the treadmill or ride the recumbent bike. We have a TV in there.
That's
Keep
right.
your mind on something else.
Yeah.
Watch the TV.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about transportation for a minute. And what I'm speaking of is somebody that don't have transportation. Tell us how that works.
Okay, you call SAFE, the Transportation Division of SAFE.
Okay.
And you set up for them to pick you up. You have to do that a little ahead of a time, like a couple days ahead of time, so they can put it on their schedule to get you here. Now, if you're in the nutrition program, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute.
Okay.
But if you're in the nutrition program, they will pick you up and take you back every day at no cost.
Okay.
But I think, and I think it's $1.50. I think it's $1.50 to ride the bus one way. So it may be $3 to go back and forth if you don't have transportation.
Okay.
But
great. Now, Sherry, let's talk about that other side of Sherry. You're also over the nutrition program. Tell us about that.
The nutrition program is separate, but yet together on the senior program. It's connected through a wall, but you don't through a walkway. But coming to the senior center doesn't necessarily mean you get to eat nutrition. And going to the nutrition doesn't necessarily mean you have to come into the senior building.
They're separate.
The food that we have comes in pre-prepared, and we have to temp it, and then when we do the homebounds, we have to put them in containers and seal them, and then sack up the cold and the hot, and put it in cold and hot thermos bags for them to be delivered. We get a certain amount of meals, and they're already spoken for. So we get 90 meals a day, and we have 75 homebound people. Now, these are people who would not necessarily get food. Some don't even have family.
Right.
So they really depend on those meals. And then we have 15 congregants that eat what we call congregate, which eats in-house. If you want to participate in the program, there is an application you fill out, and there may be a waiting list.
Okay.
But we can increase our meals if we get people to come.
Right.
Now, if they come to the congregate, we eat at 11:30. And if you wait till 12 to get here, you won't have any food because it will be gone.
They gone.
They'll be gone. But if you sign up for it, we like for you to come to 5 days a week because that's what we get the meals for.
Right.
So you can't just walk in and say, I'm hungry, I want to get a meal.
Right.
We have a lot of people that think that's the way it works, and it doesn't work that way.
Well, no cooks here.
No cooks.
No cooks here.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's great.
And this is all through the Department of Senior Services for the state of Alabama. It's
Okay.
not through, we don't cook them here or anything like that. So it's very regulated.
Okay. Now, if one of our seniors wants to get involved down here, you got a phone number?
Yes, we do. You can call in the mornings now. We're open at 8, but we generally lock the doors between 1:30 and 2 unless a group has reserved a room. We still lock the doors, but after they come in.
Okay.
Because we don't have enough staff to stay working the whole time, except for myself. And so when there's just one person, we lock the doors for safety purposes after everybody gets in. Now, we do have a call button you can mash out there. If we're in the building, we can come to the door up until about 3. I say 3 because from 3 to 4, I do paperwork and I don't hear anything.
Okay.
But yeah, if they want to come down here, you can call and talk to Jennifer. She'll be the one that answers the front desk. If it's before 1:30, she leaves at 1:30. But it's 256-401-0021.
One more time.
256-401-0021. 0021.
Okay. And if somebody just calls the Sylacauga rec desk, they can connect you right here, right?
They'll transfer it over.
Okay.
Now, next week we may be getting, a new phone system, so there may be some times where you might not be able to get through, but just keep trying.
Okay. Now, did we miss anything, Sherry?
Yes, we did in a way. I think before COVID, we had a group called the Travel Club, and we traveled everywhere, and we'd like to get that started back. We had about 80 members, and that would be, you pay for your trip. So some of the trips that we would go on are fairly expensive, but we've been to Canada, we've been to Niagara Falls, we've been on cruises. So we took a trip. We used to take a large trip once a year. We'd like to start doing that again, and also doing our trips, what we call Friday night out. Friday night out is where we would meet on a Friday night and go out to eat, and I'd take them on the buses. A lot of people still want to go out, but they can't see to drive at night anymore. So we all would dress up and go Friday night out and pick a restaurant within an hour range.
What a wonderful program.
Yeah.
That's socializing.
Yeah, it's fun, and it keeps you it keeps people going. I've had seniors actually tell me it saved their life.
Right.
Because their wife or husband might have passed away.
I can understand that completely.
Their kids don't live around here anymore, and they just had nobody. So this is something they come and really, really, really enjoy.
Right. Okay, singers. There it is. And I got Miss Sherry Gallman Vickers, the birthday girl. Happy birthday, Sherry.
Thank you.
Those singers, there you go. Come on down here. Talk to Sherry. Call down here. Get a number. Find out exactly when she might be busy, when she'll be able to talk to you. And check on the nutrition program. And let's give those hours that the Senior Center is open one more time, and that phone number one more time.
We're open from 8 to 1:30. Doors are open from 8 to 1:30. After that, you either have to call on the phone and get someone to come to the door because we lock it up. And the phone number is 256-401-0021.
Thank you, Sherry. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Oh, well.
We appreciate all you do at the senior center and for the nutrition program.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
See you next time.